right, Job, thank you for coming here at Freshtalks.
Thank you.
It's great when the Freshtalks is a series where we're going to talk about, to experts in different fields, really the front runners on growth. And basically what we want to do is want to learn more about you and also more what drives you and also the lessons that you've learned along the way till now about growth, because what we want to do as a company here is that we want to learn as much as possible about growth. We're fascinated about it. So getting a small look inside of your brain will be amazing today.
Nice, sounds good. Thanks for inviting me, and I'm happy to share some learnings on business growth, but also on personal growth experimentation level.
Great, awesome, because I think we know each other now for 6-7 years. 6 years, I think, and we met each other at the first class of Growth Tribe. I think that was just started 2015 or 14, when they selected 21 people around the world. I think they had 15,000 applications and
something like that. Yeah.
Somehow we got in. I don't know why.
Still don't know how, but
perhaps
we managed.
An error somewhere that went wrong. But and also what we did is that we had to work together on projects, and that's how we met. We're actually the first one graduated from Growth Tribe. And what happened after that? Because Growth Tribe scouted talent, and they invited you. After the class, you made a big impression on them to become also head of growth eventually on the global structure of Growth Tribe. And that company has been growing quite rapidly, I think, right?
I think 4.5 years I was there. We grew from 4 people to 120 people. So that was a good learning curve.
A good learning curve,
to put it mildly.
Yeah, and also you were very involved in training and saw a lot of companies who are also really focused on growth. You trained there, saw a lot of insights at the different companies. Great.
For me, there was a perfect combination of doing training and coaching and seeing like basically any business model, B2B, B2C, and everything in between. And at the same time also applying it for growing Growth Tribe itself. So I had to, I could look into kitchens of hundreds of companies. That was good fun.
Good fun, I guess indeed. So more in depth for the in a professional way, in a career way. Mm-hmm. So what's some bad recommendations you heard in your profession for you, in your area of expertise?
To be honest, I hear a lot of bad recommendations, and I also I don't take advice from a lot of people. For me, it's important that people understand that there's always a context, and you see a lot of these people advising and basically preaching for a success formula, which I don't really believe in. I think you can give people a lot of pointers and a lot of frameworks and tools and etc. But in the end, everyone has to sort of do their own reflection and self. Personal development and exploration on what's going to work for you, you know? I figured it out over the years, but it's not because I read a shitload of books or because I watched, I don't know how many keynotes, but it's more just because you do things and you learn from those things, and then, eventually you get somewhere. So I think it's most important that people, do self-reflection and focus on, developing yourself and just.
Do you have some process for that? Reflecting on yourself? Is it something that you do on a weekly basis, or is it something you have installed for yourself?
I've tried a few different things. For example, the whole getting things done methodology, where you have the weekly review. For example, I found for me that worked for a while, but it also I was focusing a bit too much on the short term still.
Okay.
So it's easy to get caught up in all the daily or the weekly activities. I would say it's very important to just sometimes take a step back and last week, for example, I had a week of holiday. I just went into nature, switched off all my electronics and just I was just there and just reading some books and just thinking about a bunch of things.
So get rid of the incentives that you don't need stay true to the elements, and really take time also to think and reflect then.
Yeah, like just take some time and like switch off all those like distraction things and just like look a bit further ahead and think about, okay, what do you want to where do you want to go, and are you still happy in your role or with whatever you're doing at the moment? And if you're not, then if you notice you don't get energy anymore, your learning curve is stagnating, then it's maybe a good time to change things around and just
That's a really good point, because I read a study that in the United States, like 50% of the people are not happy with the job that they're doing.
Yeah.
Probably also not asking the critical questions that you just said to themselves, and not are open for the answer. And we really live in a world with burnouts and depression, so asking those questions can be vital, especially on the long term.
I think so. Although I also don't want to be like one of those inspirational people that says like, oh, follow your dreams and like do whatever. Just do whatever works for you in the context that you are in, to get peace of mind and to slowly develop and progress into where you want to go.
Yeah, can imagine. Cool. What is one of the best or most worthwhile investments that you have made recently?
For me, it's like the things I like to invest in are things that make me happy. So like getting a surfboard or buying that bike that will enable me to cycle all over the world, those are the things that that work for me, because I've done a bunch of experiments and I know now pretty well what I like and what I don't like and what gives me energy. So for me, it's investing in things that will make me
it's quite funny to hear
happy.
This like experimentation mindset you also almost applied in your personal life, if I'm correct, it sounds like that. So you experiment and then you validate if it works out or not. And it's like it's not so data driven in that like personal area. It's more like gut feeling, but also really important.
It's I really like to try things and just see, okay, do I like it? I don't know how many sports I tried over the years and things I've done, but eventually some things stick and some things don't. And eventually, like I have a few things that give me energy and that I like to do. Yeah. So I like to invest in those things.
Okay, cool. What's your biggest failure that you had, and what did you learn from it?
Like when I was living in Berlin, I was working at an e-commerce scale-up, a loyalty app. And basically after doing some customer development, we discovered that in Brazil, which is one of their markets, people were mainly incentivized by, not by money, but more with credits for their prepaid phone cards. So we set up the whole referral program that people could, when they sign up for the app, you would get 450 points, and you only had to invite one person that would use our loyalty program to get a €5 voucher for that you could redeem for like a card for the phone. So this brought us like 500,000 users in like 3 months.
Oh wow!
Which was great, but in the end, no one was buying.
Oh.
So it just when I started zooming in on the data, you saw like these like specific regions in Brazil were generating like crazy amounts of referral rewards. But in the end, it was a good push for user to bump up the numbers, but it wasn't sustainable. So what I learned there is that you should always focus on a bottom line metrics or something actually gives you return on investment. It's always like easy to get distracted by a lot of big numbers or maybe you want to you have maybe high pressure from all sides to grow and to make it a success, but it's always important to stay close to a bottom line or something that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny because then everybody was like really happy apparently in the beginning with that, like, whoa, this is great data. You start zooming in, it's like, okay, it's not really the case.
Yeah, but that took us. It took us a bit of time to discover, because at first we didn't know. There was I would say, an expensive mistake.
Yeah, cool. That's a funny story. What advice would you have given yourself when you started your career with the knowledge that you have right now?
Just relax, just chill. It's gonna be all right. In the beginning, like, I graduated and I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, where am I gonna work? I was applying for Facebook and for other companies, and like, in the end, I was going way too much on that's a company that has like I don't know, it's cool to work for Facebook or those kind of things. But in the end, I discovered that is not my kind of work and not my kind of company. Like, I'm much more a smaller to medium-sized company kind of person that needs to see a lot of impact of the work that I'm doing. So
cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Just relax. It's gonna be fine. Of course, you also need to put in the work and just do things. But it's gonna be fine. Just give it time.
Yeah. And the last question, inspired by one of my inspirations, is Tim Ferriss.
Yeah.
Read a lot of books. Listen
like
to his podcast, Tribe of Mentors, Tools of Titans, great ones. And he always asks, if you have a gigantic billboard, what would you put on it to inspire the world?
Like, just create it. Unless it feels off, then it probably is.
Okay. Really the gut feeling part.
Yeah, like sometimes you just feel like this doesn't feel like the right thing to do for me.
Yeah.
Just stay true to what you. Yeah, everyone has their own path, you know. And if you're gonna walk someone else's path, you're gonna be. It's not gonna be a good ending, I think.
Well, again, thank you very much for everything. I'm sure they're gonna hear much more about you for your career upcoming time with your impressive resume so far. I'm going to be very curious what you're going to do on the next steps, and going to follow the new company you're going to work for. What's the name again?
It's Marketer Technology from Oslo.
Yeah, okay, great. So good luck there. We'll keep in touch.
Yes, and if anyone needs anything or needs some advice or just has a question, just send me a LinkedIn request or a message, and then I'll answer. And happy to help or do what I can.
Great. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Let's get a beer.
Yeah.